This is the patch overview for March 15th, 2016. This patch includes the map Grim Plexus, Domination Game Mode, and Archer Battle Mech. First up is the map Grim Plexus. This quick play map is based on the tile set from Grim Portico, with towers of crystal looming over the terrain and a small base set up in the wildly undulating hills. This map should be similar in playstyle and size to Tourmaline Desert, with several flanking routes along the sides of the map, along with a relatively clear center. Next up is the new game mode, Domination. This is a King of the Hill type game mode where you must hold a central communications beacon in order to cause your team's timer to run down. First team to completely run down their 3-minute timer or have the lowest time at the end of the match will win. To do so, you must move within 400 meters of the comm beacon and be uncontested. This means that there are no enemy mechs within the capture zone and you are not taking fire from the enemy team. You can see your capture status in the HUD elements at the top of the screen. Range, or RNG, shows if your mech is standing within the capture point. Clear, or CLR, indicates if the capture point is clear of enemy battle mechs. And Track, or TRK, shows if you are helping towards your team's countdown. There are also side objectives available in the form of mobile field bases. When you destroy your opponent's mobile field base, it adds 15 seconds to their timer. Note that this cannot pass the starting time of 3 minutes, so destroying these right off the bat is not beneficial. To go with the new game mode, there are some changes to the capture mechanics on Assault and Conquest. In order to capture points in these modes, you will now have to be uncontested, namely, not taking enemy fire. If you are capturing a base and take enemy fire, all capturing for that base will be suspended for the next 5 seconds, regardless of how many mechs are trying to capture that base. There is a new penalty for team damage and team killers. If you perform a team kill or a certain amount of team damage, you will receive a strike. For each strike, there will be an increasing amount of time that you will have to wait in order to re-enter the matchmaking queue. This starts at a trivial 10 seconds, but scales up quickly to 20 minutes after 5 strikes. These strikes will reset every 4 hours. Alpine Peaks has had changes to its spawn locations. Based on the advice of the player Tiger Lily, the locations of skirmish and assault modes have been moved in order to de-emphasize the reliance on the large central mountain in I-9. Skirmish has been shifted to the south into the Frozen Lake area, and assault has been moved northwards towards Radio Station Hill. Conquest is basically unchanged, with only the spawns being slightly closer together. Game mode voting has had some changes in this patch. Now when you vote for a map or game mode, you cannot change your vote, and you will not be able to see the percentage weightings until after you vote. This should remove the vote switching minigame that was occurring in the previous system, and allowed players to artificially inflate their voting multipliers by choosing the losing game mode and map. New from pre-order is the 4th unseen battle mech, the Archer. This 70-ton IS Heavy was introduced in 2474 and was one of the best known and widely used battle mechs available. Its primary role is fire support with its load of long-range missiles and energy weapons. The mech is also unique in its cockpit placement, as it is quite low on the mech, almost to the very bottom of the torso. Keep this fact in mind, as you will have to expose a large portion of your torso in order to see over an obstacle. Quirks for this chassis include small structure buffs, acceleration, deceleration, and LRM velocity and cooldown. New in the store, we have the Marauder for MC, Orion 2C for C-Bills, several new champion mechs which are also available as trial mechs, and several new mastery bundles. This patch was so large because texture resolutions for all mechs in the game have been standardized at 2K. This is a huge behind-the-scenes upgrade that will greatly improve the visual fidelity for any players that are running high or very high settings. Also, the pilot model has had a complete redo with a much higher poly count. There are future plans for a female pilot model and uniform differences between Clan and IS pilots. Flamers have a new HUD element to help show the exponential heat generation that occurs while continuously firing. Now when you fire your flamers, the cooldown bar will slowly fill up until it reaches maximum and turns red. This marks the point where it has been firing long enough that exponential heat will be applied. After holding fire for a few seconds, this bar will dissipate, and you can again fire your flamers with minimal heat. And last but not least, there have been a plethora of small bug fixes, including laser beams tapering off too quickly, issues where war horns would not play, and critical strike percentages for targeting computers. Thank you for watching this patch overview. Good hunting, Mech Warriors!